even, there's so many cranes in downtown anymore. Like there used to be.
Well, the only ones that I've like seen are the ones right on the corner of like Downing and Walnut, right across from Black Shirt. There, and then there's like the Chase Bank. They closed the Chase Bank.
Oh, you're talking about over here, Ryan, aren't you? Yeah. I know a bunch of stuff's supposed to start going up there. Like.
Are they just not issuing permits?
I have no idea. They really don't. Because I know that they were supposed to do like the twin, like supposed to the Twin Towers, which were the World Trade Center.
Oh yeah, the new like Trump Twin Towers.
Yeah.
And they're like tearing the ones down today.
I don't think that's happening, but
no.
We'll see. Yeah.
I just want the sprouts to go in there.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It would be great.
Do you live over in that area?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's like what we were waiting for. They were supposed to have it done in the spring of 2021, but it's obviously not happening now. Like COVID announced, they announced that they're going to be done by 2021, and all of a sudden, like everybody they just pulled right out of like, what about the grocery store? And like property values are going to skyrocket.
We good?
Yes.
1 minute's up. You got to join us. Okay.
Awesome.
Welcome to Cabinetry 102. It is Wednesday at 9:15. We are up here at Duralux Duralux Finishing with Ryan Choi. Thank you so much, Ryan. I really appreciate you having us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for the advice, Stephanie.
Absolutely. Finishing really is one of the most important aspects of cabinetry for us, and then also all kinds of other portions of your house. It really protects your investment and gives it the style that you're looking for. And I've asked Ryan to join us today just to kind of give us a rundown of some of the options and show you what a finishing shop looks like and everything that goes into it. So thank you so much,
Yeah,
Ryan.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, the finish process, it's a very integral process of the design process and the construction. At the end of the day, it's the final product that you look at. You're able to customize it however which way you want, and also it does provide protection for durability and anything that you need down the road.
Sweet. Should we go take a shop tour?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
You know, so the finish process is pretty standard. You get a sample made, approved by the customer, and then you bring the raw material in. Most of the work is done in our big paint booth over here to the right. Huge part of this is keeping an even air pressure in here. The air that's brought in from that big spaceship-looking object on the left hanging from the ceiling, that balances out the air that goes into those two big pipes on the paint booth. You know, over here is our sample making area. This is the process that happens, everything before you start the actual finishing. This is where we try to create the sample that you like, the look you like for your whole casework and all the material that you have going in.
And this is where you guys really shine with your custom sample ability.
Absolutely.
Yep.
A lot of times these days there's automated machines that do a lot of the finish work for the people, but we like to still apply it with the hand application just because it guarantees the quality and it's a lot easier to do QC on our end.
Appreciate you giving us the rundown there.
Of course, you know, there's not much to it, but as far as finishing goes, it's a pretty set standard on how things work.
There isn't a lot of people that get an insight into a finishing booth and all the work that goes into getting just a simple custom sample. And why it takes so long. There's quite a bit of process here, and you guys are.
There is a process. At the end of the day, you know, A, material takes time to dry, and B, it's just, I guess it's not as easy as just taking a brush and applying paint on something.
No, it isn't. Let's kind of talk about a little bit about your processes. Let's talk about what are your finishes? What are your bases really made out of? What kind of makes you stand apart from some of the competition out there as far as
finishes go? It's based in two different categories. You have solvent-based finishes, which we use, and then you have water-based finishes. A lot of times, rules and regulations can dictate what type of finishes that you use. per se in California. Can't use any solvent base. It's all water based. But on our end, solvent base seems to be a cleaner look. It provides a more durable finish as far as how hard it gets at the end of the day. And then what we use is a conversion varnish finish, which is different from a pre-cat. It's higher quality. There's higher volume of solids, which at the end of the day kind of determines how thick your finish is and how durable your product becomes.
Okay.
And then as far as that goes, you know, we can do conversion varnishes, whether it's a stain grade or a paint grade.
Okay.
Both apply. And then beyond that, you know, we can do flooring finishes for treads, platforms, or we can do, you know, high-end finishes for bar tops, tabletops that get a lot of heat and a lot of use.
More of like what do you call them? The specialty custom finish.
Yeah,
options.
specialty custom finishes.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you know, whether it's woodworking or finish, there are little intricacies. So there are different finishes for different applications.
Now, as far as durability goes, if we could just touch on that, I know I'm kind of like surprising you with this. What really makes the Duralux durable of the world? I mean, how do we avoid those little chips and paints, or any advice on that?
As far as this finish stuff goes, and whether you're using regular conversion varnish or polys or what it is, there's a set formula. You know, right there on the data sheet, it tells you what the ratios are that you need to put in, and you really do need to just stick to those. You know, finishing's been around for a long time, and it's kind of been a set standard on how you're supposed to do things.
Okay.
And the gentleman I work with, he's been doing this for 35 years and kind of knows what those standards are and doesn't really divert from them. But the problem with this is the smallest little things can make the difference.
Okay.
You know, temperature, yada yada, whether you mix the stuff well enough. You got to do all those little things properly. Otherwise, you do get those cracks and little issues that you were talking about.
And then you guys also run a touch-up business on the side also, is that correct?
We do.
Yep.
You know, as you know,
Yep.
Things don't end up being always 100% perfect once you install them and once you're ready to go. So, you know, we have a 2-3 man touch-up crew. They go out and do little touch-ups here and there. If you need the whole thing finished, which hopefully never happens, we can also do that as well. But, you know, they kind of put the finishing touch on everything and make sure the customer's happy with the end result.
And do you guys have the ability to do that with some of your unique stains that you guys are doing too?
Of course,
or is that...
yeah. You know, as far as touch-up, stains and stuff seem to be a little easier. Paints can be difficult just because they are so finicky and they create such a nice finish, which is why people love them these days. They're the big trend.
Very nice smooth finish that
Yeah.
can get sprayed on here,
Yeah.
the temperature controlled
Absolutely.
throughout it. Let's see here. And you guys do custom color matching. I know we saw the section over there on the side. Do you guys, I mean, what are popular things that you're typically seeing right now? I mean, I know we see a lot of white shaker.
A lot of white shaker. As far as finish goes, it seems to be paints, very clean finishes, and a lot of whites, nothing crazy as far as reds, oranges, or pinks.
Not yet.
Not yet, hopefully we don't go in that direction. You know, even just about 20 years ago, those antique rustic finishes that looked like old weathered ships and stuff, that used to be all the craze, but you don't seem to see that much anymore.
Some of these guys.
Yeah, some of those guys,
Yeah.
exactly. A lot of distressing, kind of beating the wood up, making it look like it's been around for a while.
Or even the wire brushed option.
Yep.
We've done quite a bit of that.
I know, I think the wire brush looks great. I'm a huge fan.
Gives it just a little bit more texture. It
Yep.
brings out some of the grains and the woods a
Absolutely.
little bit more.
And the way you know our custom finishes go, paint colors, you can go to any paint supplier, Sherwin-Williams, PPG, Behr, provide that paint color to us, and then we give it to our vendors, and they mix that up in the proper formula. Because the paints and finishes that we use, they're just not something you can get at your mom and pop Home Depot or Sherwin-Williams.
Just can't walk into Lowe's and just say,
No,
I need
unfortunately.
winter white.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. You know, they're architectural and industrial grade and have some issues as far as, you know, storage on the vendor's end, so can't just get them anywhere.
Awesome. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for coming in, or letting me come in and
Absolutely.
sharing a lot of your process with us and kind of giving us the shop tour. How do our customers reach out to you?
You know, at the end of the day, we work through GCs and contractors, just like Stephanie over at Abacus. That's the best way to come through. If you need to reach out and you desperately need something and have no way, just shoot me a call. It's on our website, duraluxfinish.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate all the help today.
Yeah.
Are there any questions? We're all good?
No, nothing.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, have a good one.
Yep.